8GB of RAM, 6GB of RAM, both with a Snapdragon 855, S10 Plus or Xperia 1. Speed test coming up. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and let's get right into this speed test. 3, 2, 1 on the boot up and see which one can turn on first. So you see that Samsung Galaxy S10 logo. Both of these devices are unlocked. This is an 8GB of RAM, like I said, 6GB of RAM, both 7nm CPUs, Snapdragon 855, so very fast, and both have the Adreno 640 GPU. The Sony Xperia 1 just blows away the Galaxy S10 when it comes to turning on the device. Okay guys, so what I want to do now is do a fingerprint scanner test. Now the Xperia 1 has the fingerprint embedded on the right side, and then on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, it's under the display. So let's begin right now. 3, 2, 1. Now you can see that the S10 Plus needs a perfect press like every time or it doesn't register. And you can see, there you go. Pretty quick on both, and there you go. So I think the Sony's a little bit faster just because it's easier to be a little bit more accurate, but we'll keep doing this a couple more times. Both are very good, but the Samsung needs a little bit more perfect pressing, or you might miss it sometimes on that device. But both of them very good. I think the Sony's a little bit faster than the Samsung's. So let's go ahead and quickly confirm the software. You can see Android version 9 Pi, and then we also have One UI 1.1 for the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Now over here on the Sony, it's also running Android 9 Pi. The July security patch is on here. So they are on their most current software as of the recording of this video. Okay guys, so here we are with the application portion of the speed test. You can see everything closed out for the Sony, everything closed out for the Samsung. Let's go into Instagram, and you can see that goes to the S10 Plus. And pretty similar though overall. I mean, that was only like a millisecond of a difference. These are both very fast phones. Let's go into Twitter, and you can see Twitter about the same once again. Again, just very fast stuff here for both devices. Let's go into Pandora, and you can see Pandora looks, wow, that, I mean, can we just call it even so far? It's pretty even. Let's go into Best Buy, and you can see Best Buy. Wow, again, this is just, I mean, this is such a hair of a difference. I really can't even see it. Let's go into eBay, both with Snapdragon 855s. That one goes to the Sony. Let's go into Amazon, and that one goes to the Sony. But again, I mean, this is just really small. Let's go into Pixlr. Pretty much even there. I think Samsung a little bit maybe. Let's go into Video Shop, and that one, again, really hard to see. Let's go into Subway Surfers, and you can see that Subway Surfers is a win to maybe the Sony slightly. This is like one of the closest comparisons I've ever seen. I mean, yes, they do have the same CPU, but usually when you have a stock Android kind of software, it's a little bit snappier than like a Samsung software. Let's go into Temple Run 2, but that's not the case with the S10 Plus. And you can see here we have a clear winner. That was the S10 Plus. And in gaming though, I gotta say I've been enjoying the Sony a little bit more though, because it doesn't have no hole punch. In addition to that, it also has a very smooth gaming performance mode, kind of similar to the one on the OnePlus 7 Pro, the Fanatic mode. Let's go into Dead Trigger 2, and you can see Dead Trigger 2 definitely loading up at a similar pace. Once again, that one goes to the Sony. And we're almost in the game, a little bit more graphically intensive than the others. And then Samsung has taken the crown on that one. Let's go into PUBG Mobile. And you can see PUBG Mobile loading at a similar pace once again. This first round of apps is basically a draw. I mean, there's not really enough of a difference here to declare one like a winner. I mean, declaring one a winner would just be to say like, it's just so slight. Like it's just too slight, I think, to declare one a winner here in this first round of apps. And it shows that even with 6GB of RAM, you could still have a very fast phone. That's enough, I think, for most Android devices anyway. And you see they both loaded up about the same time. Okay, so let's reload some apps to see if the Samsung or the Sony will choke up. And so far, Samsung says, nope, I'm not choking up today. I've had the Samsung S9 Plus choke up in one of these speed tests before, so I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if something like that happened. Let's go into eBay, and you can see Best Buy. But then again, the S10 Plus is much more powerful. That's not a reload, it's just re-listening for the song. Let's go into Instagram, and there you go. So no reloads there for the S10 Plus, continues to perform great as always. And there goes PUBG Mobile for the Sony, Dead Trigger 2, Temple Run. Let's go into Subway Surfers, and let's go into Video Shop. Let's go into Pixlr. Let's go into Amazon. Let's go into eBay. Let's go into Best Buy. Pandora, again, that has to listen for the song. Twitter as well as Instagram again. So Sony does pretty well there in RAM management as well. Again, 6 GB of RAM, not the highest, but still kind of enough for this device right here. Okay guys, so we've arrived at the video portion of the speed test, and we're gonna render this out to see which one is quicker. This is a 1-minute clip on both. Let's go ahead, it's the same one. Let's hit share, advance, make sure this is in 1080p as it was shot in 1080p. Let's go back here and let's hit save to gallery, 3, 2, 1, and see which one can do this first. So they're going at a pretty similar pace, but I think the S10 Plus a little ahead, maybe, yes. So the S10 Plus uploads the video first, and definitely a lot faster than the Xperia 1. So far, this could be maybe an optimization thing with this particular app, but I'm still gonna give the win over there for video rendering to the S10 Plus. So the final Geekbench scores are in, and the Sony Xperia 1 has taken the crown in both single core and multi-core here. Now, this is not shocking considering it has the same CPU and probably a more optimized software with and probably a little bit cleaner software with its stock-like feel. So it could be One UI doing that to the S10 Plus, giving it a less of a score. Who knows? But the Sony Xperia 1, very powerful. Sony's definitely headed in the right direction with this device. So at the end of the day, which is the better phone? Which one is the more powerful phone actually? Because that's what we're talking about here in this video. And for me, it's really neither. The Sony feels pretty snappy with its light software. Samsung has really improved their performance with the One UI, as well as having the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus with such a powerful CPU, as well as plenty of RAM, and you get more RAM if you go up in price on the S10 Plus. It really just comes down to which phone do you like more, because both of them are equally as powerful, and Sony is definitely headed in the right direction because their phones in the past haven't always been at the top tier, but this one's definitely getting up there in the Xperia 1. So anyway, that's it for me. Which phone would you go with, the S10 Plus, Xperia 1? Drop your comments down below, and if you want to see a full comparison between these two, be sure to leave that as well if you're interested. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next episode, and peace.